If this don't work, I don't know what else can work. Alright, cool. Okay, guys on YouTube. I hope YouTube works right now. Okay, so have you downloaded the slides? If you download the slides, please let me know. Okay, yes, alright, good. People is going in. Okay, right, alright. Sorry guys for YouTube. Sorry that the network just died. I have no idea why. Okay. Alright, we just restarted. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start the talk. I'm not gonna make let everybody wait, okay? So if you have gotten the slides, please let me know. If you've gotten the slides, please let me know. Yes. Alright, cool. The slides are how to profit from a possible recession. I've broken up my talk into 3 parts. The first part is to tell you what I've gone into. I fired one more shot on Friday. Second is to really do a detailed analysis of how do we profit from a possible recession. I'm not saying that a recession is surely coming. The world is divided on this one, and I'll explain to you why also. Then last, we'll do a very solid Q&A, okay? Alright, sorry for the technology problem on YouTube. I have no freaking idea why Facebook is okay and your YouTube is not okay. Okay? Yes, the usual disclaimer is that I'm not here to advise you to buy or sell. I'm just here to give you some education and entertainment. I hope that give you food for thought to do further research. How about that? Okay? Alright. To start off, in my previous talk, I talked about I've discovered a very underpriced sector. And I've explained to you why it's underpriced. The underpricing is because I saw a hell lot of people traveling, and I know a lot more people are traveling all the way to the end of the year. And why I know that is not just a Singapore phenomenon. And Singapore phenomenon is absolutely true. Many people are traveling and traveling like crazy. Singapore Airlines is booked all the way until the end of the year. Cannot get a ticket to Europe. I still wondering how am I going to fly to Europe in August and September. But I've asked the hotel, and the hotel is telling us that they are also fully booked all the way to the end of the year. That's how serious the travel situation is. And if indeed this is true, then I will see an uptick in travel business, and I'm not going to give up this opportunity for it. Now, I've always said that I do not pick stocks. I don't pick individual stocks, because picking stocks has fatality risk. Remember I talked about fatality risk versus volatility risk. But what I like to do is buy a broad-based, globally diversified index in that sense. So I actually pick a travel-related ETF, travel-related exchange-traded fund, which has a huge collection of many stocks. Okay, and after doing some research, and this is where it's incredible that our 1N65 community, okay, helped me quite a lot. So I actually asked the community, hey, anybody know of any travel-related ETF? And a few answers came in. And I do some research. This happened with one I found that I like the most. It is called ETF MG Travel Tech ETF. The ticker tape shortcut name is called AWAY, AWAY. Very interesting. And how do you pick an ETF or pick a broad-based index? I've never shared before, or I've shared before and not many people say. Today so quiet because I restarted Dr. Y. Just now it was very noisy and suddenly it died, okay, and I restarted again. That is why it's so quiet. For those people who come on YouTube, everybody say a big hello and like please. Sorry, I restarted and there were technology issues, internet issues in the previous one, so I have to restart it, so forgive me. Everybody please say something so that I know you guys are there, okay? And everybody give a like please. So I bought a travel related ETF, and how do we pick a ETF? I'm going to impart you the skill right now, okay? The ETF that I picked, first of all, I look at the net asset. Net asset. Hello everybody in YouTube. Thank you for saying hi to me. I really appreciate this. I picked the net asset. It represents how much people invested in the stock. Okay, and there are some travel-related ETF only got 5 million, 10 million, 20 million. That means not enough people invested in stock. So the worst part is when you want to buy, nobody want to sell. When you want to sell, nobody want to buy. That's the worst kind of scenario. But fortunately, in this travel ETF, $200 million is sizable. It's not very big. A good ETF usually, ideally, should be in the billions. But this one is a niche ETF. I look around, this is one of the biggest one in terms of net asset value. Net asset. So I actually found that this is actually quite good. The other one is the expense ratio is slightly on the high side. Okay, slightly on the high side. So it's a 0.75, but 0.75 说高不高说低不低啊? No, it's not really that expensive. So what I did was that you know, as long as it's below 1%, I think I can accept it. I also secondly I look at the holdings. In this slide, I look at holdings. It's too small. I'm going to read to you. So this travel-related ETF, the top holdings are Airbnb, right? Very nice. Hotel, semi-hotel related. Uber Technologies, in travel, Uber Technologies, okay. Uber crashed a lot already. That's fine. Booking.com, wow, my favorite one. I've used Booking.com a lot. Lyft, Make My Trip, Trainline, Trip.com, Expedia, Travel Sky, Travel Advisor. All these are very travel related. So I said, wow, this is exactly what I want. Okay. The best part is every one of these counter has less than 5%. So if any one of these counter jiba boom boom, you know, it's okay. You know, it's 5% only, right? So this is what I call a diversified index, and all of them pretty globally diversified. Trip.com, I think is Hong Kong, if I'm not wrong. Most of the people, when I call Trip.com for help, you know, I call customer help desk, you know, they have this Hong Kong accent, you know. Hello, can I help you, please? You know, they kind of thing. It's like, you know, your airplane to Hong Kong or the airplane to what? It's like that. You know, so it's like, so it's very clear they are Hong Kong. In the case of Booking.com is very angmo, right? And Expedia, of course, mainly for air travel. So very good, very diversified. Okay. So Pauline, you came in late. The topic I'm talking about is two parts. One is how to profit from a possible recession. And second is to describe what I just bought, which is a travel-related ETF. Okay, so the price, this is a price graph. At the highest was about $33.49. Now it's at $18.41. So it has fallen by probably about 40% or so. Globally, a diversified index like this fall by 40%. Okay, I can accept it. So I'm not buying things at a high. So the whole travel industry is exploding right now, and yet the stock has crashed. Immediately I saw an opportunity there. Okay, so that's why I took the opportunity. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I did not tell you to buy. I am telling you I bought. There's a world of difference. Okay, yeah. So please don't say that I tell you to buy. Okay. So I hope that, I fired a shot. How much did I fire? I fired about 50 over thousand inside. Okay, so to date I fired maybe $300 over $1,000 into this crash so far. Okay, I've broken up. Most of the case I fired about 50k, 50k. Early days I fired 200k, but I kind of break up into 50, and then I just go on. Okay, so I thought it's quite good. Okay, please, ladies and gentlemen, please. Okay, there are a few Chinese company in there, probably true, but I'm buying a travel. That's why I say I buy a globally diversified index. If I'm not wrong, in Nasdaq there are some Chinese company as well. You know, if I'm not wrong. Okay, if I'm not wrong. So S&P 500, I'm not so sure. Okay, yeah, maybe Alibaba is in one of them. I'm not too sure. Okay. Alright, good. Okay, now let's go now to talk about recession, because it's like some frightening word that everybody's scared of. Wow, recession coming, recession. Initially, the travel ETF cannot buy using CPF, you can buy using cash. What platform they used to buy? I use Standard Chartered to buy, but it is well known that Standard Chartered is a bit more expensive. You can use interactive brokers. I don't know about poems and all this. Yeah, so this one you have to use cash, and you have to use US dollar to buy. Okay. Yep. Okay. Again, there are 160 plus of you there. Please give a like. All right, good. I'm worrying to invest my whole O in the S&P fund. What should I do? If you're worried, don't buy. Seriously, if you're worried, don't buy anything. Okay, it is okay. You have a peace of mind. Okay. Now to managing recession. Now I want to give first a backdrop what my view of the recession is. There is true there's an increasing fear of a recession. It is true, right? It is true that there is increased recession fears. It is true. Now a lot of articles are coming out. If you put up some of them, this one says that the US is hurling itself towards a recession. Best part is this is a man-made recession. It's a man-made recession because we have driven prices up through quantitative easing, and we have also through slamming of the brakes, increased interest rate causing the entire economic activity to slow down. So therefore, this is in some form a man-made recession. And many banks are predicting that US will go into recession, and a lot of articles are there. You can read the slides, okay? And there's this thing, probability of a recession soars as inflation. A lot of all these articles are coming out. And I cannot tell with certainty, and I've done a lot of research on it. The world is divided whether a recession is for sure coming or not. What is confirmed is that there is an economic slowdown, which is by design what the higher interest rate intends to do. It is designed to increase the interest rate, would lead to a fall in economic activity, and by that definition means an economic slowdown. When there's an economic slowdown, the GDP numbers will go down. What we don't want to do is to go to negative, and we don't want it to go negative for too long. Once you hit 2 quarters of negative, by definition, you have a recession. Okay? So the question is, can it result in a recession? Okay? The answer is, at this juncture, we don't know for sure. We know that the decline in economic activity is actually a good thing. Because I've told you in previous talk, which is worse, inflation or recession? Which is worse, inflation or high unemployment? Okay, high unemployment hits generally maybe about roughly say 10% of people at worst. But inflation can hit and easily a huge majority of the population. So therefore, between a recession and a inflation, I think policymakers right now are all choosing towards a recession versus inflation. Okay, sorry, Facebook, I'm just trying to charge the phone. So therefore, right now, the world is now by design going into economic slowdown, and it is actually good. There is no QE anymore. This is QT, quantitative tightening, not QE. Okay, so let's this entire thing is now causing a lot of volatility. It's still causing a lot of volatility. Okay. And a lot of dismay. The S&P 500 over the last few days have actually shot up quite a bit, but it's still down. Okay. So what is now a consensus among all the business leaders, bankers, economists, is that most likely there will be a mild recession or no recession. I haven't heard anyone saying that there will be. Not saying no, don't have. Very few people actually say that there will be a serious recession. Now there are a lot of people, YouTubers, actually say, wow, one great depression is coming, one of the worst case. But those people always cry that. In good times they also cry that, bad times cry that. If I cry that every time, You know what's the best thing? You know, if I say that a recession is coming, recession, if I say for 10, 20 years, for sure one day I'll hit a recession. Then they say, and they say, oh, see, I told you recession is coming. Say, right? This kind of thing, right? So it's it's like yeah. So I think the consensus is that there will be either no recession or a mild recession. That's generally the consensus. No, but because number one, it is true that economic activities are slowing down. It is also true that there's some level of layoffs right now, but generally speaking, there's a hell lot of consumer demand that's still very strong. You don't believe, you go to a shopping center and look yourself. I've seen in Europe on my own eyes, queues are everywhere, freaking queues are everywhere. Travel are crowded. It is not just the tourists that are buying, you know. The locals are buying as well, like crazy, right? In Singapore, have you all seen? Are the malls crowded, still crowded right now? You go Ion and Paragon and see, they sell all the expensive stuff. I guarantee you, outside Chanel, LV, all these, the queues are still very long. And I don't think they're all tourists, most of them are Singaporean. Anybody agree with me? I feel like say yes, yes, yes. Okay? Yeah, so there's some people, other question, you can ask them later, okay? So that I finish my talk first. I need a charger, okay, for my computer, if you don't mind. Yes. Okay. So, all right, good. So, what is the cause of the recession? Is actually really is all about the inflation. The inflation caused a recession. So it is true that there is a possibility of recession, but we should now think of the recession as a cure for the inflation, not as a bad thing. I think a lot of the policymakers are looking at the wrong way. We should now look at, okay, finally a recession that is by design engineered and is working. What you don't want is you increase the interest rate, and then no effect. Nobody slow down buying, everybody still buy like crazy, all the economic activities going on. Then the people have the policymakers have the Federal Reserve will continue to increase the interest rate. That will be terrible. But fortunately, it is working, and in fact, it's working a bit too fast and too quickly. Okay. All right, good. Okay. So, how do you profit from a recession? So, actually, I want you guys to now change your mind. I want you guys to change your mindset to think now that in this session, what I want to share with you is that a recession is actually damn good. A recession is actually damn good. Yeah, yes. Taka Hermes long queue before it opens. My goodness. Okay, that's new to me. I thought it's just so very important is this. Okay, great wealth is often made during crisis. Great wealth is often made during crisis, right? People get rich generally not during good time, you know. People get rich when they actually get rich through actually crisis. The crisis actually give them a chance to make a hell lot of money. You look at all the big companies, a lot of them actually came out during huge crisis. So great wealth are often made during crisis, and that's why we must embrace a recession, right? And you know what? Actually, recession, as much as we hate it, they're actually very normal economic cycles. All economic cycles would have highs and lows. It cannot be that it's always high and lows, right? It's just like, you know, you can't be happy every day, right? There'll be times that you're sad, right? You know, and there'll be times where, you know, most of us, if you live long enough, like me, you would have seen your company go ups and downs, right? Right? So, well, I wouldn't say boom and bust. Bust means totally jibaboom, right? But there will be ups and downs. And I've seen so many of these economic cycles in businesses, in a person's life, and also in the whole country, and in a wider scale, the whole economy of the world. So therefore, recessions are normal economic cycle. That's why I said that if someone were to predict a recession, for sure it'll come. For sure. You just don't know when, right? It's very easy to say, oh, recession is coming, recession for sure will come lah. When, right? So recessions are part of a normal economic cycle. It's because this is part of, all happenings, and this is very normal thing in my life. I've gone through, the one that I know. I was born in 1972. I know I was born in a year where it's actually the oil crisis, but I've got obviously zero recollection. The one that I have a slight faint recollection of a very bad recession was the 1987 one. I was in primary school, but a lot of my classmates' parents were unemployed. Okay, became unemployed. Singapore unemployment then I think was 15% or something like that, 10 to 15%, very high. There were a few policy errors then and things like that. If I'm not wrong, then there was an economic review community that was headed by our prime minister now. Then he was I think just a minister or someone lower than that. They actually led a review of it and transformed the economy. Okay, so anyway, so 1987 there was one. Then 1997 was one that hit me really hard, Asia financial crisis. 2001 was the Twin Tower World Trade Center being hit by terrorism after a dot-com bust. 2003 was the Bali bomb blast. 2008 was the Great Recession. 2011 was the Europe debt crisis. 2015 was the Chinese stock market crash. 2020 was a COVID crash, and now see, I can remember all these things to exactly which date, and sometimes I cannot remember my kids and my wife's birthday. Why? Because recession are very normal part of economic cycle. Okay. One clear way to make money is really to buy during mega crashes. Okay, buy during mega crashes. Okay, I write here, buy during mega crashes. But recently I found that there's a lot of YouTubers and influencers having this big conflict between, they say, we must buy the dip. Next minute, there's some people or the same people say, no, you cannot buy the dip now. You will catch a falling knife. You know what's catch falling knife? Knife fall, you go catch it and cut your hand, right? Right. So, do we buy the dip or do we catch a falling knife? I want to hear everybody, what's your view right now? Should we buy right now or should we catch? If we buy right now, we'll catch a falling knife. Okay, buy or don't buy right now. I want to hear everybody's view. Should we buy or should we not buy now? Okay, may you say buy now, spreads bullets to buy. Okay, buy now. Okay, don't buy. Oil supply not increasing. Buy a bit too and say DCA buy. Okay, buy dip. Okay, stock keep falling like that, it will fall to zero. Of course, it won't happen, right? Okay. All cost everything, buy now, see time horizon. Okay, buy. Okay, so catch a falling knife with safety gloves. Wow, that's a good one, man. Okay, buy but not all in. Okay, buy little by little. 330, 350 S&P buy. Well, you damn tune that you can exactly know when it's going to fall to. Okay, buy it because we never know. That's why no, you don't know when it's about. Just buy. Let it drop another 10%. What if you don't drop another 10%? Okay. What you drop another 10%, you feel that, 10%, let's say it's some nuclear bomb explosion, you say, wait until buy some more. Okay, so my take is this, okay? My take is this. Those people, I'll just say this, okay? There's a group of people who are experts. Whether they profess to experts or really experts, I can't tell, but they are experts. They do a lot of technical analysis, they do a lot of fundamental analysis, they are very experienced, they are really sibei kiang whatsoever. They know exactly when to buy, and they may be right. And the best part is they have the emotional stability to buy when it actually crash. Especially those people who look very calm, have no emotions, doesn't get happy, doesn't get very sad easily. Those people, like a robot, they will do the best. these people will actually do these people will actually do very well, you know, and it is true there are some people that can catch low point, okay? When these people say, we should not buy now, we should buy later, they can do it doesn't mean you can do it. Because when they actually reach a point where they actually buy, you may not have the guts to buy, you know. Have you seen that kind of environment? Yeah. So therefore, what is suitable for other people may not be suitable for you. Don't forget, this is as much a challenge of the mind and a challenge to your heart as well, right? So it is not very easy to conclude, okay, that is whether is it time to buy or not to buy. So therefore, for me, who is, you know, not so expert as them, what I'll do is that when it crash, I buy, crash, I buy, crash, I buy, as what I've been trying to do and doing, and be very transparent about it, okay? Because I am not as good as some of these people that can predict the precision of the bottom of the market, and I don't think I have the emotional makeup at that moment. Then I buy all in at that very one moment. Okay, so I hope that actually gives you the answer towards should we buy the dip or should we avoid catching a falling knife. Okay, so therefore I just want to say that, you know, if you're really that good, you know, go ahead and predict the future, and your emotional and mental are all linked together in the side, then you go buy the dip. If you're not, you know, then, you know, I show you what I am. I'm actually belong to this side, so I just buy. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I just want to answer this question. The second thing that we all of us must avoid during a recession, all of us must do is to deleverage. Okay, deleverage. Leverage means borrow money. Play on margins, play on margins, borrow money and things like that. Leverage can kill. Leverage can kill during a recession. Okay, leverage can kill during a recession, and I want to urge everybody. Okay, sorry, I'm just juicing up. Okay. So leverage can kill during a recession, and where is it? Property, stocks, you know, crypto, and so on. I will encourage everybody that during a leverage you gotta avoid, because during leverage, you know, the leverage magnifies the gain and magnifies the losses. So any one of you in a leverage play, got to avoid it, you know. This one I can say please avoid. I think it's a very dangerous thing. Okay, I want you to change your mindset next. This is psychology right now. Okay, psychology. The next slide, that you got to prepare yourself, prepare to face recession with excitement. If you are planned, that means you have planned for that scenario to happen. You have armed yourself with dry powder, your safety net is all lined up and things like that, and you're just waiting for it to happen. When it comes, no, I want to go in right now, right? That kind of thing. So it is something that I would like everybody to change your mindset, to look forward to recession. Because if it's not a recession, everything is going up, where the hell are you going to find the opportunity to make money? You have no chance to make money. Okay, so I don't. Okay, Joey, please ask a question. That one is a very important question about shorting market. I will explain it in a short while. Okay, you have got no chance to make a market in a rising market. No chance, right? Because everything chong that you can chase. Very, very difficult. Yeah, smash the like button, please, everybody on YouTube. It is very important, on the other hand, okay, to prepare yourself, and sort of for a day like recession come. The best part is a recession will come for sure. Okay, will come for sure. You just don't know when. But when it does come, you know, you're prepared, you arm yourself with things. Then you buy accordingly, right? Must hide your excitement so as not to offend people. There's no need to be I mean, when you say excited, maybe I use the wrong word. You look forward to, okay, because you're trying to devote yourself or this investment. Okay, I don't agree to invest now, but actually Mr. Lu is true to his belief. Okay, so he put in action what he preached, so I applaud him for that. Okay, I don't need everybody to agree with me. I would like everybody to hear my point of view, and then you decide for yourself. Okay, yes. Mr. Lu, why do you wear Adidas and T-shirt, not Nike? I don't know. Okay, yes, never thought of it. I just like to wear black T-shirt. Okay, this one gotta ask my wife. Okay, yes. So I want to say that mindset is very important, and if you are prepared yourself, then you can look forward towards with some excitement. The worst part is you got fear inside, fearful anticipation. Because when you are so scared about it, fearful anticipation, okay, it leads to inaction, and then the minute it comes, the recession comes, or some bad event comes, you're frozen by shock and terror. And then after you don't know what to do, you just see market go down, and you don't know what to do, you miss the whole window, or a lot of people just get stunned, And I've seen that a lot of times again and again. Yeah? People just get stunned and just stunned. So, if you are prepared with that scenario, you've been arming yourself for it in good times, in bad times, whatsoever, you just prepare. So when it comes like, that kind of thing, I think you got to change your mindset towards that. I'm always looking forward to recession. Okay, as much as I hate it for some of my businesses, but in recession, then you got 机会赚钱嘛。In good time, where you got money, where you got opportunity. In good times, all the startups are well flushed with money. All the businesses now, there's no opportunity to buy businesses at a song. But in bad times, then there's such opportunity. Okay, do you think it can drop further as it just rebounded? I think so. I think it can. Okay, will, I don't know. I think it can. I don't think the problem has all gone away. So, but I cannot be sure. Okay, so therefore, whenever it crash, I'll buy, and then when it rise up, I just just wait now. I think it's okay to wait. Okay, yes. This is something, the headlines is quite controversial. Okay, but I don't mean it as something that will attract a government call to me. Okay, I say this, and the government should be happy. Or what I say, take advantage of the government. Take advantage of the government. I just say this. During recession and pre-recession time is the time when the government is most generous with their grants, especially training grants. Skill future kind of grants, for example. Training grants, upskilling is the best time for reschooling. At my age, walao, I don't know how many of you are still training. At 39, 40 years old, then I go for my MBA to retrain myself. Now at near 50, I'm training myself in data analytics and all this and digital marketing and big data and all these things, right? I cannot learn Python and programming. The one I really too far off, right? But during and a lot of you are very busy in normal time because your work is so overwhelmed whatsoever. But you know what? During recession time is where most people do this thing called 怕棒. You know what's 怕棒? 打蚊子怕棒. Because you got nothing to do, your business, your work, got nothing whatsoever. That is the best time to go for retraining. Okay, right? So I would suggest that everybody take advantage of this kind of times. Take advantage of the government. The government is happy for you to go and take advantage of them. Please take advantage of the grants and the skills and the courses that they have, and to go upskill yourself. Yes, recession is easy, get out of job, is true. I'll talk about that in a short while. Okay, yes, slap mosquito, 怕棒, yes. So you use this 怕棒 time to go and reskill yourself. Yes, in recession is the best time where the opportunity cost, okay, is the lowest to get yourself retrained. But please do not wait until then that you get yourself retrained. Okay, please don't get. Especially when you are in your 40s and 50s. I tell you, when you're 40s and 50s, the younger people are much cheaper than you, more on fire, learn things faster. You are high risk of being retrenched. I'll be frank with you. Okay, so therefore you take advantage of this. Yes, data analytics is a very interesting field. Yeah, big data is very yes. Okay, so this is something I wanted to say. Okay, the good thing is that in Singapore, not like the other parts of the world, I'll be frank with you, widespread layoffs are very rare. Widespread layoffs are very rare. Okay, in a sense that ever since 1987, where we hit unemployment of I think about 15%, I don't think we hit anywhere even near there. 997, I don't know what is the unemployment rate. I don't think it's anywhere that high. 2008 forward, and 2008 there was a big Lehman Brothers crash and a collapse, and after that the whole world go into a big recession. All the way to COVID crisis, we activated this thing called job credit scheme. Okay, job credit scheme. I'll just say this. Sometimes it is too. Sometimes it's probably, in my opinion, too quick for the government, to save everybody, in the sense that it may be good for younger generation to 吃一点苦. Yeah, because our government rush in so fast and save everybody, and everybody don't really feel that there's a crisis. Sometimes my opinion is that it's good for us to be baptized by fire, they've never gone through 1997, that kind of crisis, it's really bad, 2000 could have been far worse if the government has not come in with a job credit scheme. So I think our government is incredible. So I actually think that widespread layoffs are rare, but what they would do is that everybody will take pay cuts, and the government and ministers will be first to take the lead, and rest of people will quickly will follow suit. Okay, everybody very quiet. You're right. Our younger generation, my younger staff, I look at them, sometimes I feel slapping them. Yeah, so they feel a very very entitled mindset. Like it's like it is the boss or the government job to take care of them. Yeah. Any one of you have the similar experience with our younger generation? Okay. If you have similar experience, say agree. Right? Our younger generation people really think that it is the job of the government or their bosses or their manager or their parents to take care of them. Agree? Say agree or say agree. Yeah, agree. Okay? Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Elaine, yes. Right? Agree. Totally agree. I kid you not. My kids, you can see me training Kate from young, right? Take 6 months off school, go into the streets and chong with us. So I think 95% of you agree that it's an entitled mindset. Okay? I think they need to be baptized. Yeah, we need to be baptized by fire. Okay, to make them realize that how vulnerable our society is. I'm not too sure whether the older generation had this problem, because we've gone through a lot more worse than the younger generation, but for sure the younger generation I know have this problem. Okay, some of my ex-staff or things like that, yes. So yeah, nowadays I kid you not, the Tauke have to 看职员的脸色. Last time our boss, we pang kopi for them, if there's puddle water, we dive down and let them step over. That kind of mindset, right? Now, what the hell? Yeah. So I actually think that sometimes to have a few baptism of fire like that to wake them up, I think it's actually a very good thing. Okay, but I'm going to attract a lot of criticism for that. But if you agree with me, just say agree and give me a like, please. Okay? Yes. So therefore, I want to say that in a recession, widespread layoffs are rare in Singapore. You must prepare to take some pay cut or adjustment, which is, when you get pay cut, it's not too bad. So therefore, I don't think it's that bad in Singapore. So in some sense, if you know the kind of the worst case scenario that can happen to you, you're prepared for it, then you can look forward to it. then you can take advantage of all the recession that can happen to you. So then recession is not that bad, right? I wouldn't say, maybe I take back, I don't say I look forward to recession, but when a recession comes, I say, oh, waiting for it for a long time, I will take advantage of it. Got to change your mindset towards that kind of thing, okay? Now, I hope they don't come, but it come, good, then I'll switch strategy and just take advantage of it. All right, cool. The last point that I want to talk about, is very important, okay? Is that for those who are parents, capitalize on the recession to give your kids a life lesson, okay? Capitalize on a recession to give your kids a life lesson. I find that okay, I don't think my kids have an I hope not too serious and entitled kind of attitude, okay? I'm still pushing them to be better, but I think we seldom our schools definitely will not teach them on this. We as parents must teach them that there is such a thing called economic cycles. There's ups and downs. We must prepare that there will be downturns in life, okay? And how do we prepare ourselves from it? And we must educate our kids that their good times will not last forever, therefore you need to accumulate during good times. This is a very important lesson I want you to know. Good times don't come often and don't last forever. So when it does come, for heaven's sake, go grab it. Go grab it. For heaven's sake, just grab it. A lot of times I see a lot of people when there are good times, they say, don't worry, this I can plan forever and things like that. A lot of people buy big houses on the assumption that your high pay and your good times can last forever. What a huge risk you are taking. So in recession is the perfect time, and I'll tell you what I did for my kids, right? To give our kids a lesson. So therefore, you also teach them a chance to buy on crashes and never to be fearful of a recession. Never to be fearful of a recession. Okay? Yep. I just met with my mentor earlier this week. He mentioned that Chinese are so hungry for knowledge and our younger generation are just too relaxed. I absolutely agree with you. Okay? Yes. So I think this most important. I want to give you a story of how I teach my kids. In 2008 economic recession. Those days my kids were still very small. Okay, every time after church, every one of them will get one ice cream. Okay, not those expensive one. At a hawker center, there's this thing called yummy yogurt. Okay, give them the smallest cup, and they will get. Then when the economic recession hit, not that I can't afford it because I'm still working in a stable job and things like that, but I thought, wow, this is the best opportunity to teach them. So what I did was that I tell them, these economic bad times right now, okay? So what you should do is to cut down on some of your ice cream and you save the money so that you can buy something next time you can buy more than one ice cream. So they kind of understand. The only thing they could remember is 3 ice cream become 1, so 3 share 1. That lasted for quite some time until my eldest girl decided that I think she purposely ordered the not so tasty ice cream that the other 2 don't like. And just say you all don't like one, then she quickly sneak one side and eat all ice cream. Yeah, that's Kate Lou scheming. Okay, I didn't know that until about a decade plus later. Then she confessed. Okay, yes, right, cool. So bottom line is take advantage of those times. Even for young kids, you can teach them this. Up to this day, they're all whenever they get money, whatever they accumulate, they invest. Very, very important. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So someone said something quite good in Chinese. 你现在还拿不代表以后好拿啊！你现在不拿不代表以后好拿。Yes, you don't grab it right now. In future doesn't mean it exists there. Very, very important. Very important. Okay. So the most important key takeaway from tonight, I'm sorry I passed midnight already, is really this. Okay. The important, I don't know whether a recession will come, But I know that we should never be fearful of a recession. We should never be fearful of a recession. That you can profit from a recession handsomely, not just monetarily, also teach yourself, your kids, your a life lesson on it. Okay, cool. All right, good. I'll answer some questions and take some time to answer some questions. Meanwhile, those on YouTube, 400 of you, less than 150 of you give a like. Can you please give a like? I thought until my face turned blue already, so you don't want to give me a like. Please don't. You really don't break my heart in this way. Okay, can? And hit subscribe also you can. Yes, never waste a good crisis. You're absolutely right. Now I'll take some questions right now. Just now there's a lot of Mr. Lu, last time you predicted during COVID recession property boom. Next recession coming, property boom again. It's difficult to tell that COVID property boom was caused by COVID. This time around, it's hard to say, and I really make a prediction. I don't know whether Dragon Tan is still around. I might invite him to let's understand what's on the ground right now. But there are two effects. Right now, inflation is putting property price up, but the high interest rate is pushing property price down. I don't know which effect will win. Okay, I don't know. I'm meeting an expert called Andrew this Friday, and maybe I'll hear from him. He's got a lot of property. Okay, what do you think of this week rebound? I cannot tell whether it's a good or bad, right? It's very difficult to tell. So up, down, down, down. So it's kind of difficult to say right now. I think at the first sign that the inflation is being subdued will be the time when the market shoot up. Is 5K a month salary in today's economy sufficient? There is no such thing as today's economy. It's more important in your lifestyle, your requirement, your lifestyle, your aspiration, what you want. For some people, 1 million a month also not enough. For some people, $2,000 is very enough. Okay? Yes, like. Okay? Those people on YouTube who's not giving a like. Okay, good sharing, bro. Okay? Any other questions? Do you think COE prices will continue going up? I think this is a general inflation, and there's a lot of kiasuism right now. So I think the CO prices will eventually correct itself. What do you think of market versus Bank of China? Yen is being attacked. Any serious implication to Singapore? If yen is going to collapse, then I think fortunately I don't think I think I will just say this, we need to see how interconnected the yen is with the rest of the world. Fortunately, it's not what we don't want is a contagion effect. That's probably worth some study. I'm going to study into it. That's a good question. Okay. Okay. Mr. Lu, are you still buying individual stock than S&P 500? I don't buy individual stocks. Since when? Yeah, I hardly buy it. Okay, I'll buy broad-based market index. Biotech ETF can buy. I don't know. Okay, there's a lot of people into this thing called genomics. This what Up Invest, Cathy Woods believe in it. Okay, does it make sense that people are buying property since inflation is factored in the price? So how can it be a good hedge? This is just everybody chasing after. If you see going up, you're gonna buy and chase up. Okay, so yeah. Some advice to take up Sora like Cyborg. What's your take? I'm not sure how to predict interest rate. Okay, so I would abstain from answering your question. Rolex prices correction right now. Is it true, David? Is the Rolex prices coming down? I thought there's a global shortage. I don't have Rolex. I got a Tech Heuer watch which I use for how many years? 30 years, is it? My Tech Heuer?
22 years.
22 years already. So recently I bought an Apple Watch which I find it totally not suitable for me. Okay, but I'm just trying to get used to it. Okay. In a recession cycle, there will be layoffs, and do you expect non-profit bad debts company to go bust? Yes, absolutely. Yes. I don't need to expect. I already seen. It's already happening. Okay. A lot of the startups that are non-profit making that needs funding to dry up. Yes, they're already starting to go bust. You mentioned about travel stocks ETF. Yes, I joined it. Yes, I did. You can rewatch the video again if you don't mind. Okay, and it's in the first part of the video. Do you think it's a good time to switch job? You like a new job? It's a crypto company. Ha ha ha, Pauline. I think I wouldn't take that risk if I were you, okay? But I can't tell you what to do. Do you invest in NFT or crypto? No, I don't. I might launch my own NFT, just an experiment, but I wouldn't, yeah, okay? Yeah, unless the NFT have other tangible value other than a stupid monkey face and things like that, yes. Healthcare, ETF, any comment? Aging population? Yeah, but you need to see the component of the ETF, I suppose. Where do you change your watch battery? At Tech Heuer itself. Yeah, at Tech Heuer itself.
Last one was City Hall.
Last one was at City Hall, is it?
No.
No, we went there.
Ion. No.
Oh, beside Ion, right?
No, Wisma.
Wisma, okay. Wisma Atrium there, okay. Wisma Atrium there is a Tech Heuer Service Center. Yes, sorry. Okay, agreed. Okay, LVMH can teach NFT in future talks. I'm not an expert in NFT, so I better don't. Okay, I'm not an expert in it. Do you sleep at least 8 hours a day with your current routine? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Yep, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. By the way, as you grow older, you don't need 8 hours. You know, as you grow older, you need less and less sleep. Okay, yes, very expensive, $399. Yes, it's damn freaking expensive. One battery. But one battery lasts for very long. Never trust Bitcoin. Trading platform shutting down is in the end. I think it's, yeah, okay. Do you think the entitled generation will cause Singapore economy to crash? I give you my doomsday scenario, okay? I give you a doomsday scenario. Our younger generation will feel so entitled that they think the prosperity, the golden age of Singapore comes easily. They have not gone through the hardship of their parents or their grandparents. We at this generation, at least we've gone through some hardship, not as much, but we have at least seen the hardship of our parents, okay? And maybe even hardship of our grandparents that we've seen some of them. When they have this attitude of entitlement, when they saw all this little hardship, they will vote our government out. And then will come in a rogue government. They vote the current government out not because they think that the alternate government is better, but they just want to vote this government out of anguish. And a rogue government comes in, as we've seen before in many countries, and crash the entire country. I think this is the kind of scenario I am most frightened of. I'm not the only one that predicted that. I think it was Lee Kuan Yew that predicted that also. Okay. What's your view on REITs, commodity stocks, and bank stocks? These are three separate questions. Okay. I don't quite believe in REITs as a dividend stocks. Commodity stocks, I don't buy them. Bank stocks, you know, I suppose there are foreign banks. I don't like buy individual counters. Okay. Okay, Mr. Liu, you have been buying on dip. When will you take some profit? I almost don't take profit, you know. I just hold them for a long time. Mr. Liu, do you think gold is a form of investment during this time? Wei Xiang, gold is a good store of value. If I'm not wrong, there was a speaker that told me this before, that even 2,000 years ago in the Bible, when they describe how much one gold can buy don't know what, one sandal and what don't know what. Anyway, that weight of gold today can also just buy that only. So basically, it's a great store of value. So the purchasing power is being retained when you buy gold. Whether is it gold you buy to capitalize on appreciation, I'm not good at it. I don't think so. Someone said, do you fire a shot on Friday? Yes, I did. I gave the talk. You must have missed the talk, okay? Will you watch it? I just fired a shot on Friday, yes. Need to 吃苦 then can appreciate, yes. That's why I make my kids all work to death at this age, okay? Time to go back gold standard for fiat currency. I don't think any country will ever do that because their currency can get. No country will want to go back to fixed exchange rate because they can get attacked. Okay, and once they get attacked by Soros and people, yeah. Given a chance, will you go to politics? Of course not. Are you mad? Okay, you make less money. You gotta kiss the ass of everybody. Okay, so why do I want freedom of space, right? Now if sometimes not happy, I just go around. Okay, I can do this. I can dig my nose if I want. I walk in the streets. I sometimes got something in my throat. That kind of thing. At best, if somebody take photo, yeah, Mr. Lu like that. That kind of thing. If I'm a freaking politician, I do something like that. Walao, I tell you, gonna stone to death. Okay, I'm not saying I do all this. I'm just saying. Okay, is Kate back to school already? Not yet. Soon. Okay. Angela, we are closing the shipment for your bag, if I'm not wrong. Okay, just give us some time. Close the shipment for your bag, and it should be on its way soon. Okay, just to keep you informed. Sorry for the wait. Okay. What else? Any other questions, guys? Okay. Yes. Okay. So I hope today's talk would. Do you see any chance of US losing their hegemony with the leadership like oil and USD decoupling, Russia reducing? I have been hearing this since, people are saying this since 1970s. I didn't see it happen. Why buy on Friday? Because when you watch the whole video, I already explained why I bought that one. Okay, I explained it on a few days before. Then I decided to activate on Friday. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate this time. Okay. So thank you, YouTube. Before I leave, can I please applaud some of you, all of you, the 400 of you that have not given a like. Please give a like. There's only 200 likes. It will help to promote the video so that more people can watch it. We need people to face recession with some courage and with some guts, so that they will remain stable and take advantage of recession if it ever comes. It may not come, but if it comes, we're ready, right? Okay, good. Okay, thank you, Jason. All right, thank you, Jason, for your like. Okay, really appreciate this. More people give a like, please. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. Thank you. All right, it's time to say good night. Okay, really appreciate everybody watching this. It's already 12:25. Okay, Chailin, thank you. Always appreciate you watching and following us. Yes. Okay. Great. Okay. Great. Really appreciate this. Okay. Yep. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Good night, everybody. Good night, Angela. Okay. When is my next live session? Monday, maybe. Okay. Monday. Yep. So bye. Thank you. All right. Cool. Okay. Sweet dream, thank you. Okay, wow. Okay, Jia Hong, long time no see. Okay, yes. Right. Okay, Wei Xiang, thank you. Li Ning, thank you. Okay, Anthea, thank you. Billy Lee, thank you. Okay, James, good night to you. Okay, Billion, thank you to you. James, good night to you too. Chu Yin, thank you. Yes. Okay, good night, Angela. Angela, say good night to you.
Good night.
Hi Hui, good night to you. Jason, good night to you. Okay, thanks for saying good night. Alright, good. Okay, BK, good night to you. Rowan, good night to you too. Kaiti, good night to you too. Okay, Chinese, good night. Okay, Chinese, say good night to you, B.
Good night, Charlene.
Joyce, good night to you too. Dave, good night to you. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay, thank you. Alright.